Across the country engaged in discussions on the state of the affairs in a mock parliament session. The first of its kind platform was to allow them to discuss issues affecting them and to propose solutions.
We are not safe in our homes. Children are abused at home by families as well as community members. COVID-19 was a clear example of that. Gender-based violence has claimed lives of our parents. It has claimed lives of our relatives, people who are close to us. Some children have lost their lives too.
We have the Vision 2036. And at that time, we will be the leaders of tomorrow. We will be the honorable members, we will be the members of parliament, the presidents, and all stakeholders. But ladies and gentlemen, how will we reach those visions if we are taught things which are not beneficial? We are taught things of the past. How will they help us change the future?
Last time I checked, our curriculum was last updated in 2013, which means our students are still learning information that is outdated. Why should we still be learning about Mfectsani at this moment? We're living in a peculiar era.
In addition to the president's speech, she talked about child neglect. According to my own opinion, this is when parents ignore their children's basic needs and wants. This is one of the biggest issues affecting children.
We cannot expect to put a child who has disability in primary for 10 years and think they'll be able to do something with their lives. Try to find other opportunities, sign language teaching, art. Some of them are very good at art, poets.
If we were to use corporal punishment in a better way, in a way that will be able to mold the students, then it can be effective.
We are all saying we are striving for an inclusive world where everybody is not left behind. If I may ask, how many of you know how to communicate in sign language?
We children, we also have a part in our safety. What do I mean by that? When we see ourselves going out, like at night, what are you going to do at a bar? Why don't you sleep? Why don't you take a book and read?
However, government, in collaboration with other child advocacy agencies and organizations, is making efforts pertaining to identified gaps.
We have been conducting campaigns on child abuse throughout the country. One example is the Iseng Mongwaneng campaign, and you have also told us that you are a different crop of children. So we think that it is high time that we train parents with models that will help them to parent you better. So a manual is on the way. You've raised also issues of female genital mutilation, and we are saying that government has gone in to fully engage our leadership in the villages, to address these issues.
The resolutions made during these discussions will be presented to the heads of state of the 4 countries of Botswana, Namibia, Zimbabwe, and Zambia during the World Children's Day sub-regional commemoration to be held in Namibia. Monica Satswaela, BTV News, Gaborone.
In a quest to support Botswana's aspirations of revitalizing its economy to make it more inclusive and sustainable, the World Bank Group has pledged to bring forth a systematic platform of growth opportunities aimed at eradicating poverty. This was said at an event which marked the first official visit to Botswana of Dr. Victoria Kwakwa, the World Bank Group's vice president responsible for the Eastern and Southern Africa region. Rifile Mutube reports.
As Botswana aspires to become a high-income economy and eradicate extreme poverty by the year 2036, Bank of Botswana, in partnership with World Bank Group, are scaling up programs aimed at targeting small, medium enterprises and the informal sector in increasing financial access opportunities at an early stage.
Urgent action is needed to address the growing crisis of poverty and high inequality, as well as economic slowdowns. Countries must find means to create new and productive jobs for a labor force that has become increasingly dissatisfied, and in Africa, a labor force that is increasingly young.
It is therefore important, ladies and gentlemen, to continue to highlight and emphasize aspects of policy orientation, initiatives and actions that have the potential to generate inclusive growth. As it happens, there is also an opportunity to disseminate related research and contribution to policy development by the Bank of Botswana. And what we do as the bank in terms of the ideas that we have to address societal and economic issues, we discuss the theme chapters. We produce a theme chapter every year in our annual report.
Botswana has been urged to prioritize labor-intensive and globally competitive sectors, which are mostly likely to create productive jobs, as well as to foster export-led income.
By 2036, you want to be a high-income economy. And as you know, as mentioned by the governor, you need to grow by 6-7% per year to achieve this goal. But we think it's possible. It's possible if what many people here are mentioning, you need to change the mindset. So that's what we're trying to do with this study, is to change the mindset. Is to change the mindset by focusing on what we know in the World Bank. Is to use our analytical power. We believe that we have some knowledge. And as well to bring what others have been doing.
In order to become a productivity-led growth government, Botswana hopes to increase its productivity in the manufacturing space at an average growth rate of 2% per year from the year 2023 to 2036 to become a high-income country. Rifule Mutube, BTV News, Gaborone.
The Minister of Defense and Security, Kagiso Musi, has launched the Ministry Mindset Change Roadmap rollout. When speaking at the launch yesterday, the Minister said the program has been designed as a tool to cater for specific needs at departmental levels. The program is aligned with the National Mindset Change Campaign. Reports.
Following the President's Mindset Change campaign that calls for a shift and change in how things are done, different stakeholders are now on their feet to ensure that there is a positive change both at individual and organizational level. The Ministry of Defense and Security is amongst those that have answered the call as they recently launched the institutionalized Ministry Mindset Change Roadmap rollout, which will guide the implementation and also propel realization of the mindset priority.
We need to know that we are a service provider. We need to know that we need to create comfort, security to the citizens, to those who want to come and stay in this country. We need to make it conducive for them. As a generation, we are compelled to take the baton from those who came before us and deliver a high-performing nation by reclaiming our positive attitudes and behavior.
The biggest difference with Ari Chen, which is the President's rally to us, Ari Khurumeza to greatness, is that I think for the first time, we are being asked one by one, what are you dropping in the basket of the Republic of Botswana? What are you dropping?
The individual mindset, however, was said to be the foundation of everything that can be achieved by the nation. Therefore, every thought that is entertained should be at least positive for a positive outcome.
Discounting positives. When I inyanya hatsa ta o no buile ka ga yone ko zutswa a rena le go itebela ko tase manana a tso bore ga se a mena ke mothoananyana hela ga ke motho wa sepe dio tse dina le beng ba tsone.
In human nature, we tend to fear change, not knowing what is waiting for us on the other side. I must stress that this is an opportunity to leave our comfort zones and enter our growth zones, because we may never know what is waiting for us on the other side if we fail to make an attempt to change.
Experts in psychology believe that each and every individual has a full responsibility and control over their minds, meaning that if you think you can or you can't, you are right. Therefore, they were aided to develop the I can do it mentality if the journey towards attaining Vision 2036 is to be a bit easier and exciting. BTV News. Gaborone.
The Motor Vehicle Accident Fund commemorated White Cane Safety Day in Natali Village. White Cane Safety is aimed at raising awareness on the importance of ensuring the safety of visually impaired road users. Speaking at the event, MVA branch manager Mr. Kitumetse Mosenkala noted that men represent the highest number of road accident fatalities. Abigail Madurobo and Faith Ditete reports.
Statistics from the NVA has revealed that out of 415 people who died in road accidents in 2021, 290 are men while 125 are women. 405 cases of road accident deaths were registered in 2022, while 315 people have succumbed to road accident deaths in this year, and thus far 244 men and 91 women.
2021, we were talking about 415. So 415 no, 290 kibor, 125 kibomme. 2022, we were talking about 405. You know, I say back some time back 2023, usumela kwedi kaga January, kutakwema last week again, last week. Ritoka hala julu to hela ngwa ne hela. Ritoka hala tukiwa to bali 350. Memo 350 no ngwa hausu he. Kutoka hezi bo re bali 224. Lebo me bali 91.
Community has been encouraged to always support people living with disability, as their care requires determination, knowledge, and patience.
Mo lo go dira mo ka thulaganyo e le setse morago e ya gore go be go nna le letsatsi le tshwana le lonele le leng gore you ra nna ha re kokwana and commemorate ke gone go tsenya thuto e tlhokagalang mo go rona re le setšhaba le gore re amogele seemo sa rona le rona bana le bogole re ikamogele seemo re se ka ra nna ka go inyafola gore na be ke ta bonwa e mang go bo ke na le bogole
bana le bogole hela bothe ka kakaretso betso ke batho ba ntse re sa ba tseetsia bangwe ebile re ba hita mme yaanong re ikgatholosa gore mongwe le mongwe yo mo botshelong o na le tshwanelo ya mongwe le mongwe hela e tshwana ya mongwe le mongwe hela yo o tshelang
bakgweetsi ba dikoloi la o kopiwa ka tswetswe ha re o bona motho hela gore motho ke wa wheelchair o tlola tsela kana motho o tshwere sone sticks se sweusi wa itsela go ata mo go wena gore motho ha white cane a grebe wa bona le wena gore motho yo mme ke motho e leng gore gongwe o na le challenge ke motho e leng gore gongwe o tlhokana le gore ke le mokgweetsi ha ke setela ha go wena e be ke kgweetsa ka kelello gore se ka ba ka hela ke mothuli mme ga go nna jalo ba thula ba gaetso bana le bogole ba rona mo bo bonela gore ke negligence ya ga mokgweetsi kana ke botlhaswa ya mokgweetsi mme ke a lo rapela ke lo kopa bakgweetsi gore e kgweetsang sentle.
Mr. Mosenkala urged the public to report road accident cases in time to afford the victims proper medical attention before the situation gets out of hand and lives are lost. Faithy Ditete, BTV News, Francis Town.
The board member of Botswana Substance Abuse Support Network, Ms. Tunda Kibakile, says drug addiction is a preventable mental illness and people suffering from it should be given necessary treatment so they can recover from the grips of addiction. Ms. Kibakile said this at the official opening of their office in Tsabong. BOTSWANA has more.
Botswana Police Service and the District Health Management Team in Tsabong confirmed that drug and alcohol abuse is prevalent in Kgalagadi South. It is against this background that BOTSWANA took a decision to open an office in Tsabong to offer counseling, psych education, and rehabilitation services to drugs and alcohol addicts.
I want to highlight that 50% of the clients that are
50% of the people who have used our services have recovered and are back to being functional members of society.
Mera nka le bolela gore 90% ya di drugs tse leng gore they are being consumed.
90% of drugs are from neighboring countries. People who sell them are after making money.
The tolerance stage, tiriso ya oketsega. Motho ha ntse a nwa 3 wa ya mosimolotse go nwa 6. Go iragala gone go
if you spend a lot of time at bars and less at home, you are likely on your way to becoming an addict. BOSASNET was applauded for great strides made towards rehabilitation of drug addicts. Your calling is to heal the nation and help people on their journey to recovery. The police appealed to members of the public to report any drug dealing occurring in their communities, as those who profit from such illicit businesses cause great harm to families and the nation at large. BTV News, Tsabo.
The government has been commended for investing in the workforce, which remains the backbone of a service delivery. Ngami District Health Management Team held an Excellence Award ceremony in Maung to boost staff morale, reward good performance and innovation, and embrace some new developments. Speaking during the ceremony, the Chief Executive Officer of Kwema Mine, Mr. Yohan Ferreira, commended the government for recognizing the need to reward excellence as this keeps workers focused. Maranyane Samakata has more.
Ngami District Health Management Team, with a staff complement of about 900, is servicing a population of about 121,000 people under one district hospital, 12 clinics, 17 health posts, and 92 mobile clinics. However, the team took this moment to reflect on their progress.
For the Ministry of Health, which is an integral part of the public sector, which is a major employer, investing in human capital, nurturing and motivating its employees. It's an excellent initiative because subsequently a motivated workforce will play a key role to further achieve the DHMT's and ministry's goals.
Staff motivation in any organization is one element that has been proven to increase employee satisfaction and productivity. Healthcare workers, by virtue, they provide essential healthcare services for human rights, for human development.
Awardees were implored to continue with their sterling performance to act as role models.
Let's use the talent that our Modimu gave each and every one of us. Be trendsetters, be role models, be change agents, and share with your colleagues your knowledge, skills, competencies and abilities.
It's time to reflect and say, next time, I'm not only going to get up to that stage once, but I'll go up twice or thrice. And yes, I will mount that famous slow Ananias walk.
However, in most cases, the staff usually have to go through self-motivation in order for them to keep going.
Female surgical ward gore be ba nthophile ba bone ke khona go bereka le bone ka le rata
ma ke bereka thata bosego le motshegare ke le ka gone gore re thuse Batswana ke tsa gore gongwe se Batswana ba se tumeletse thata ke gore re ba thusa thata ka monyenyo le hata le mo dithabi go khona go lebala gore o tswa botlhoko.
Clinic ya rona e ko Maung go eleng gore ke ko ditsheng ko motse o golelang teng, so most of the time gona ka kwa re leng teng ka kwa people don't have access, especially public transport. So we are doing our best to reach those people that are very far from the facility.
Challenges such as shortage of staff and lack of resources remain a major challenge that affects the team. Maranyane Samakata, BTV News, Maung.
Promoting social inclusion and advocating for the rights of deaf people is considered key in developing communities. This has been highlighted by the Principal Special Education Officer at the Ministry of Education and Skills Development, Mr. Shingile Malebala, this morning at the Deaf Awareness March in Gaborone. Majari Mukibelo reports.
The deaf community is one of the society's marginalized groups and also have to deal with numerous stereotypes, and therefore the annual commemoration of the Deaf Awareness March is among others meant to clear all misconceptions surrounding the deaf community. The event also gives the deaf community hope that the society would understand one of their biggest challenges, which is communication.
The commemoration is meant to importantly help people that are deaf by having dialogue with them, outlining what it is they are grateful for achieving, and the struggles they have encountered and continue to face. Then finally map a way forward with them on how to better their lives and for the generations to come after them.
Roma maruding arona really society sabo butoka kuto hore rona ke rona re ne re ready the activity di thulaganyo gore re khona gore re itse batho re itse batswana re itse batho ka le hatse ka kakaretso gore tota hela batho ka kuto ke batho
while acknowledging initiatives employed by various government departments to cater for the deaf community, there is still more that needs to be done.
So, Cecily Nitela thuso ra e bona mme anong tlhela gantsi re tsa di thuso mo di family tsa rona ba leka mme jaanong ka gore education ya rona le yone ga e se nne tsepameng for ba tlhoka kutlo re na le challenge ga re tsena go di pateleng re tsena go di officing gore batho ba re tlhaloganye ka puo ya rona mme ga gona communication hela e leng gore e siame. It is my day go tshwana hela ke kare ke birthday yana ibile ke proud ka letsatsi le ka gore sign language and the culture ya the deaf batho ba le bantsi ke letsatsi le gore ba sentse gore ba itse gore ke mang go diragalang kana and mo the deaf community yotlhe ka Botswana batho ba sentse gore ba itse gore botshelo ba tlhoka go bontse jang.
The march was held under the theme "A World Where Deaf People Everywhere Can Sign Anywhere" calls upon every individual to learn how to sign in the Botswana Sign Language as a way of promoting social inclusion for the deaf community. Moja Timo Kibelo, BTV News, Gaborone.
You're watching BTV News and thank you for staying with us. Now, Kgosi Tawana II of BOTSWANA has emphasized the importance of preserving culture for future generations. Kgosi Tawana was speaking at the unveiling of a culture house at Gunutsuga Primary School. Tani Tukudu with more.
A significant day unfolded as peoples, teachers and the community united to celebrate and preserve their rich cultural heritage. This momentous occasion involved the unveiling of an impressive culture house, providing a vital resource for the 217 pupils at the primary school. Previously facing challenges in cultural studies due to lack of resources, the culture house now serves as a platform for pupils to explore and learn about diverse cultures, traditions and values.
These cultural centers serve as living repositories of local history, customs and heritage, allowing students to connect with their roots. Through immersive experiences, students gain a deeper understanding of their cultural identity, history and traditions. This fosters a sense of pride and belonging.
We want to promote cultural education, whereby the house will offer educational programs that focus on history, customs and traditions of different cultures in our area. This program will be designed to be engaging in interactive using variety of method of teaching to help students learn and understand the material.
The school leadership was applauded for their outstanding efforts expected to elevate the school's academic performance. Certificates of appreciation were awarded to companies and individuals who played a crucial role in bringing this visionary project to fruition. Taini Tukudu, BTV News, Gunutsoga.
Botswana Housing Corporation donated over 131,000 pula towards refurbishment of the Sekgoma Primary School computer lab. Speaking during the handing over ceremony in Maung, BHC Acting Chief Executive Officer Mr. Nkaela Matenge said this donation resonates with the demand of the digital transformation age and government's commitment to e-education. John.
In a world heavily dependent upon technology, having access to computers is very critical as it helps to enhance learning and also gives learners an opportunity to explore and develop digital skills that could enable them to compete at a global scale. The renovated computer lab is expected to assist teachers to provide e-learning and subsequently boost the academic results for the school.
It's over to Satata Lebwe for the research. Kana Sika Seko, Kaho Okomela, Omarayani. To the Retautina, Dr. Mokezi Eric Kiabetuma Sisi. We la Hatella, Hela Tata Hori, Rele Lehatsi, La Botswana. My Kailo Temori, Tota Rinse, Lehatsi La Rona, Hareling. Or repay monitor moon campolize di mujalo repe mohoring totafa gopile reba mohoring kitso.
The lab has been received as a welcome development that will help to bring about change on learners' academic performance.
This is a turning point for Sekgoma Primary School. Lipele le segatema le thagola tsela ya bokamoso jo bo nonneng ja banaba. Kgaolo ya rona ka kwano maduo a thuto gantsi ga se a itumedisang bogolo yang ga o lebella dikwele le tse di ha godimo o di tshwantshanya le tse dingwe mo lehatsheng la Botswana ka moo go raya gore go tsenya ditsompelo mo mohameng wa thuto mo kgaolo ye ka kwano ke selo se se tona.
Boemo ja sekolo se re a lemoga ebile re a amogela ebile re itumella se re se filweng se leng gore re tlo go se dirisa mo dingwageng tse di mmalwa go ntsha maduo a kgathang go rutuntsha bana mo tseleng e leng gore gompieno re itse re le Botswana ya digitalization ke sengwe se segolo hela thata mo go rona.
However, on top of this renovated computer lab, BHC also donated 5 computers and a printer. Teachers and learners were urged to take good care of these donations to ensure it continues to benefit the school for generations to come. John, BTV News, Maung.
Khansi police are holding a 40-year-old man in custody who was found in possession of a substance suspected to be marijuana. The man who was driving from Khansi to Charles Hill was arrested during a law enforcement operation. Lisa Khomukaisi compiled this one.
The Botswana Police, in conjunction with other law enforcement agencies, held a 2-day law enforcement operation here, which included searching vehicles. But just hours before the end of the operation, they searched a BMW and found a substance that is suspected to be marijuana and goat meat, which the driver failed to account for.
Moene se thibedise re ne ra tshwara re mongwe wa dingwaga tse ya gare ga 40 to 45 ka mesamutla kana di-plastic tse 6 tsa metokwane mma tse dintsho tota re o nna sa di bofa ka ha tlwaelong jaaka re itse gore ba hitla o na a itebetse o wetse mo sekganeding se a le mo go itebaleng mme a tswa ntlha go Charles Hill ka setlhatsanase ke bua ka motho e leng gore re mo tshwere o mo diatleng tsa rona o na a tsamaya ka koloi ya modiro wa BMW mme a le AC ya la mo koloing eo mme koloi ye le one mmemmae e na le nama ye le one a e leng gore ga a tlhalose gore nama e ya pudi o ka tswa ile pudi ya ga mang mo go yone.
Other than this case, Senior Superintendent Tarisinolo says some road users have been charged with different road traffic violations.
Kana matsele re kopanetse le mahatshe a mararo ke South Africa ke Botswana le Namibia. Mme mo letsholong le la rona mmale re dule le maduo a botlhokwa tsebe kana a dio dingwe tse leng gore di ne di hatla gona le melato ya traffic e leng gore re setsentse re na le dipalo tse di kanang ka bo 98 mo go yone gona le batho ba leng gore ba tshwerwe ba leng gore ba ne ba bereka mo Botswana ba sena diteseletso ba bangwe ba tsene ka kwano ba sena dipampiri.
Nella further warned those drivers who have some lights that are not allowed to be used in their cars that in the next operation action will be taken against them. Lesego Mokwaisi, BTV News, Junction 44 along Khansi Road.
Now, that is the news this hour. Tato Khosimore on standby to take you through the world of sport. Titi.
Good evening, Samuka.
All right, we meet again. Take it away.
Thank you. This is Botswana Tonight sports segment brought to you by Tato Khosimore. Good evening. In a bid to boost the Celebi Piquet Town's economy, a high-stakes pool tournament was organized where local teams competed to show their skills of the game. The main objective of the pool tournament is to showcase its relevance and importance for it to be considered as a viable sporting code to be registered under the existing legal instruments governing various sporting codes in Botswana. Mamusi Siska with more.
Over 200 men and women assembled at this bar lounge to show their prowess in playing pool and have the chance to win cash prizes. To ensure the success and sustainability of this initiative, organizers are calling for comprehensive regulations to govern the code. They emphasize the importance of rules and assert that regulations are not just about maintaining the integrity of the game, but to also attract investors who can contribute significantly to the town and the country's economic development.
Ya gompieno e leng gore ke the main objective ya rona ke go register with the Botswana National Sports Council because this is actually a sporting code. Batho ba khona go se ba itse ba tsa gore ka gore tsa di sunung ka mo Botswana re di bonetse mo di bareng thata. Batho ba khona gore ba tse gore game ya matagwa what. But we are trying gore le re tshwane le football or le netball or any other sport under Botswana National Sports Council. Gambling Authority re tla ile ba sentle molao wa teng gore o tla bontse jang o reng rona re ka tsena ha kae mo gone because ke tsa gore re ka fita mo gone because we also even put money. I can play you, you play me. Go tsentswe madi mme go se regulated ya go bu.
Ke na le mme mongwe ke ene Katlego. She's been playing pool at the age of I think 16 17 years. Malaba bana bantse ba le ko Melrose Arc. She came back with a medal. Logana she's on the top 2 of which I'm betting when she'll bring back the 3,000 back home. Omo my clubhouse I recently rush hour in Elia Banala Basadi, but recently be for Maya Basadi Hela alone, which is Brown's Executive Ladies Club. Ya rush hour in the Hela. So Totala with this pool, I think it gets the difference in the development in Timon.
With strategic planning and government support, the tournament could evolve into a flagship event with a national significance.
Re na le businessmen and ladies outside ba leng gore ba ta ha ba rekisa the benefits so Piquet no re ngole wa emelela o ta go go
Sinuka se stona se godile bolo a le gonyana e godile ga se tlholele motshameko wa borrehela le rena ba sa dire ba tona competition mo ba sa ding e tona e thata le bone banna ba setse ba re tshaba malatsi ka gore ba tona tota re thata
ya ka witse re toropa rona se Piquet ne ikegile ka maine mme rile go tswalwa ga yone ha re le moga gore setse mo lo go eleleng re be re le ka go sidila bo mona rona di tlhaloganyo ka go dira one motshameko wa sunuka o ne re le ka go ba cancela go gone le go ba jela nako e ntsi ya go akanya thata re be re helletsa re tla gona ha re leng teng.
In the men's category, the champions of the local tournament won 10,000 pula, with the runner-up securing a prize of 5,500 pula, and the third place participant pocketed 3,000 pula. Meanwhile, in the women's category, the top prize amounts to 3,000 pula. The second place winner secured 2,000 pula, and the third place contender received 1,000 pula. Mamusi Siska, BTV News, Silibe Pikwe.
On a sad note, former Murupule Wanderers coach Rahman Gumbo reportedly died from a suspected heart attack. Gumbo is said to have suffered a heart attack at his home in Palape on Thursday. The 59-year-old Zimbabwean tactician coached the Township Rollers, Gaborone United, Mochori Center Chiefs and Soa Flamingos, winning the league and Mascom top 8. Botswana Football League administration has requested all member clubs to observe a moment of silence in all matches. Our heartfelt condolences to Gumbo's family. Before signing off, here is our last story tonight. VTM FC has registered their first win of the 2023-24 Botswana Premier League season after a 1-0 victory over Police 11 in the BPL Week 7 encounter played at Lobatse Sport Complex. VTM's goal was scored by Limponyi Tsirelezo on the 55th minute. Katla Khakole and Tlamelo Monsusi compiled the report.
VTM FC went into the encounter looking for their first win of the season, having lost 3 games, drew 2 from 7 outings. The two teams did not create any clear-cut chances in the first half and went to recess on a goalless stalemate. In the second half, VTM looked the better side, enjoying possession and dictating terms, and they took the lead in the 65th minute, courtesy of former Township Roller striker Limponyi Tsirelezo. They held on to that lead until the final whistle to go back home with a hard-earned 1-0 victory.
The goal we conceded, there was a lack of communication between the goalkeeper and defense. That's why we conceded that goal, and therefore we gave against the VTM. It was not enough. But the Rabat Pela Bagora after Basona Bagora because so diranga speedy or end up with the right positions.
Good to get back to winning ways. It has been a struggle for us. It feels good to win today. Congratulations to VTM Football Club, the supporters, the management, the players, the technical team. It was a hard-fought victory.
In another game played today at the Naledi Football Academy, a goal each from Ubonyi Moswate and Tataone Nkwapa gave Matebele FC a 2-1 win over Soa Flamingos. Soa opened the scores with Samuel Makuru on the 30th minute. In the second stanza, Matebele came back rejuvenated, dictating terms in that half, and managed to score 2 goals on the 65th minute and the 80th minute to back all 3 points with a 2-1 win.
For GU to play, or Rapa to play, Township Rollers to play, for those guys to get game time so that they can take it to Francistown.
I will not point fingers at anyone. I think it's about going back, regroup, and make sure that we focus on this game.
Botswana Premier League games continues tomorrow with a date between Masitauk and Holy Ghost at the Naledi Football Academy. Security Systems lock horns with BDF 11 at Lobatse Sports Complex, while Niko United will host Traffic in Silibe Pikwe. Katlaho Kakwele, BTV Sport, Gaborone.
And that's it from Botswana Tonight Sports segment. Thank you for the privilege of your time and enjoy the rest of the evening. Back to you, Olivile Samokam.
Right, thank you, Tato. Let's meet again tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
And that is the news. But before we wrap it up, let's take a look at stories that were making headlines. Government committed to addressing challenges faced by children. Promoting inclusion of marginalized communities key to social justice. Sad day for football as former Murupule Wanderers coach Rahman Gumbo passes on. And that is the news this hour. Do stay with us. Weather is up next.
Good evening and welcome. The weather forecast tonight is brought to you by Kumo Sasel Monarch. This evening, convective clouds are visible over most parts of our country, with clear skies visible over Southeast Gauteng, Southern Central and Northeast District. Tomorrow, we're expecting some partly cloudy conditions over the entire country, with some isolated thunder showers expected over Khansi, Southeast Gauteng, and Kwening District. In the morning, we're expecting some warm temperatures over Southern Southeast Gauteng, Southern Central, and Northeast District. Elsewhere, we're expecting hot temperatures. In the afternoon, we're expecting very hot temperatures over Khansi, Kalahadi, Southern Southeast Gauteng, Southern Central, and Northeast District. We're expecting maximums of 37 degrees Celsius to 38 degrees Celsius. And over Ngamile and Chobe and Northern Central, we're expecting extremely hot afternoon temperatures. We're expecting to record maximums of 39 degrees Celsius. Now, looking at some SADC cities, we're expecting some showers over Johannesburg and Manzini, with clear skies expected over Upington and Maseru, and partly cloudy conditions expected over Port Elizabeth. We're expecting few patches of clouds to be visible over Windhoek, with clear skies expected over Lusaka, Harare, and Beira, and partly cloudy conditions expected over Antananarivo. We're expecting some showers over Kinshasa, Luanda, and Dar es Salaam, with few patches of clouds expected to be visible over Blantyre. That's the weather forecast. Have yourself a good evening.
Thank you for staying with us. Now, Ms. Tsepo Gaborone from Resilience Info Systems was within the day break this morning to give insights on how people can leverage from ICT. Ms. Gaborone's company has